Hey everybody, it's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my video today. It's all about breaking news regarding Carnival and Pullmantur cruises. All kinds of stuff going on. First thing in the morning here on June the 22nd, 2020. Thank you all of you out there who support this channel and who are following me, subscribing to my channel. God, I love you for that. Thumbs ups too, and your comments are very much appreciated. Also, those of you who are following me on the Facebook group page for Traveling with Bruce, I'm the administrator. A lot of us hang out on the Facebook group page between my videos, also on Instagram. Thank you for following me there. And lastly, thanks all of you who are supporting me through my RedBubble store. The link is down below for RedBubble. Pick an item up with a TWB logo on it, from a t-shirt to a coffee mug to a COVID mask. Royalties are paid to me every time someone picks something up. I can't thank you folks enough. All right, the breaking news this morning is out of Carnival. The Carnival Cruise Line has made an announcement that they have suspended all cruises for Carnival now until the 30th of September, which is 2 weeks longer than the CLIA voluntary shutdown, which is September the 15th. Carnival now will not even think of operating a cruise until October the 1st, 2020. And that marks practically 6 full months of shutdown at this moment in time. And we aren't finished yet, I don't think, because what we still don't know are a couple of other factors. How many ships are being sold out of the Carnival line between now and then? Carnival has said that 6 ships are leaving their fleet. We're wondering about some of these older fantasy class ships for Carnival, perhaps a Holland America ship, a Princess ship, Cunard Princess. We have to wait. And capacities. What will the capacities be when they start sailing, and how many ships will they start sailing with when they begin? Lots to wonder about. Over here, Pullmantur, shout out to Jim Walker. Jim Walker has a website, Cruise Law News. He updates all kinds of information on the cruise lines all during the week, and I wanted to give him a shout out because it was because of his site I heard that Pullmantur has filed for financial reorganization in Spain. And what does that mean? In English, what that means is, I think these guys are toast. I think that's what that means. I did a video last week where I was talking about the fact that Royal Caribbean owning 49% of Pullmantur, the word came out that Royal Caribbean and Pullmantur, they decided to cold storage their fleet. And sounds very dramatic. The reality is there are only 3 ships in the fleet, but all 3 ships for Pullmantur were being cold storaged, which means at the end of the day, there might be 5 to 10 people on a ship, period. And they will dock the ships, they will shut the engines off, they will likely have shore-to-ship power to keep some of the systems running, they'll have security on board, they'll check for leaks, and in effect they will try to sell off the ships to somebody else if they don't bring them back. It's one step away from shutting down the line. But now this morning we're hearing all kinds of news, again because of Jim. We're getting word that crew have been instructed and have been frantically working away for the last week or so to what we call strip the ships of valuable items. All the artwork is being packed up. The dishes, the sound systems. Apparently the expensive equipment in the showrooms is being taken out. The lighting, the projection, the sound systems, anything of value is being taken off the ships because they will not be sailing again. Unfortunately, The three ships are long in the tooth. They were built in the 80s, and they are just very inefficient to run. They have to run at near capacity to really make any money. These ships cannot be sailed and had not been sailed in the last few years at top dollar per cruise. They were getting, in some cases, you could book a cruise on this cruise line for an inside room anywhere from $20 a night to $40 a night. You could have booked balconies, not that they had many of them, but you could have booked balconies in the $40, $60, $80, $100 a night range, which in the cruise business is the low end. Perfect for students with backpacks who want to travel on the cheap and get the same bedroom for, say, a week in a row. But for travelers like myself who want the best of everything, we want to sort of have a 6-star lifestyle for a week. Pullmantur would not have been our choice. But the line had its followers, had its dedicated followers, but the ships are long in the tooth, and with the word out that it looks very likely that these ships, when they do come back sailing, and I'm talking about the cruise line in general, when cruise lines in general start coming back, they might be restricted to a 50% capacity level. For Pullmantur, that's a death sentence. 50% capacity on these older ships means that they would have way too many crew. Now they're going to have to lay off people, get them home, and keep guessing when they can bring more crew back and bring passengers back on. If they were making $4 or $5 a day per passenger, it's one thing to have a ship with 2,000 passengers, but it's quite another to be restricted to 800 or 900. And that is the difference, because the head office costs to run the company, the agency fees they have to pay to get agents to book here, advertising, legals, accounting, you name it. It just is impossible for Pullmantur with only 3 ships to survive long term. Now, there were plans for new ships to come into the fleet, and with reorganization and maybe a few years' time, maybe the Pullmantur name will be resurrected perhaps. But at this moment, the ships they have in their fleet, based on what we know and the fact that there is not going to be cruising really for the remainder of this year. The summer season's gone. Now the fall season is quickly disappearing. It could be 9 months to a year between cruises for most cruise lines, including Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, everybody else. For Pullmantur, it's just too long, and too long to endure. And unfortunately, that's the bottom line for this cruise line. They're done for. So valuables are being taken off these ships right now. They're being packed to be stripped out. So this is telling me that the ships can't be sold to anyone. They're likely to be scrapped. It's just a matter of the formalities and the legals that have to go through. The company will attempt to recover as much capital as they can for whatever they take off these ships, but there could well already be IOUs between Pullmantur and Royal Caribbean. And Royal Caribbean is now, instead of taking cash for their IOUs, will take sound systems and lighting systems and whatever else they can salvage from these ships. Apparently navigational equipment, that type of stuff, is also being removed, and so this will be used on other ships in Royal Caribbean's fleet or Celebrity's fleet, that type of thing. Sad story, but it is the reality of the situation. And with Carnival, as I said, now they're suspending all cruises for the Carnival brand until September 30. Do not forget that they've already been talking about scrapping cruises for Princess, Holland America, Cunard past September 30. In some instances, these have all been canceled out. Of course, all of the Alaska cruises are done. All of the New England and Canada Maritime, Quebec cruises, they're all canceled. More will follow, and now look forward to the next shoe to drop, and that'll be sometime today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, and all of the subsidiary lines, all these cruise lines will also continue to announce cruise line suspensions. Even Disney, MSC, Costa, every line out there, they're in the same boat. They can't come into the U.S. waters until at least September 15. The CDC, we're waiting for them to announce their intentions. We know that their no sale date goes until July 24. Everyone's waiting to see what they will say. The CLIA has already, shown their hand. If we're playing poker, CLIA has already shown their hand. They're saying September 15. Carnival is saying September 30. It could well be that the CDC says something even longer. We'll stay on top of it and we'll follow it. There you have it, folks. There's your latest update on what's going on. Goodbye, Pullmantur. It's too bad, but they are a casualty of this entire virus. And now another delay from Carnival. We'll stay on top of all of these breaking stories for you, folks. We'll keep you posted. Thanks for joining me today. Stay warm, stay safe, stay cool, stay healthy. Join me tonight, 7 o'clock for my sponsor member hangout show, and 8 o'clock tonight for the live Traveling with Bruce cruise ship update show. And I look forward to talking to you then, everybody. Bye for now.